Oh yeah, that didn't exist. So
Yeah.
all right, let's get down to business.
To defeat the puns, as Aserai will have that in spades. It's driven me to madness. It's driven Laika to madness. But once again, the sanity, it could be dwindling for all the players here as the heat rises up. The tension as well, it could potentially be insurmountable as Kush sets Scary ablaze, and that is the all-star controller Aserai out of contention.
Good top shots from Foxy all the way through to smoke. AE might need to recuperate themselves just a teeny tiny bit. Cruz stronghold on too short. Will have to be dealt with first by a Dern King. 2 versus 1 can't seem to manage. 3 versus 2 as the round continues. Delb somehow actually able to survive the pop shots from Foxy, even though Noxy was knocked out. In the case, Surf, one of the biggest factors for XERXIA's success here. I think one of the most explosive, I'll just say this, grown-up players, or players that have really grown. Very low in terms of HP are these two, but the numbers still very adamant from the rest of AE here. Coming around the corner, the play around from Delb, and Foxy just not expecting the wrap around as well.
Than XERXIA, indeed, and I might just have this. And in fact, actually, I think we talked about it too, right? That this veto, it does lean a little bit towards XERXIA. Although Alter Ego did get rid of that fracture, which honestly, the last time they encountered Paper Rexon, which could already be the #1 team here, the way they've been handling their own qualifiers and whatnot.
Yeah.
They did make Paper Rex sweat.
Absolutely. We'll say though, it feels like that's been forever since the last time that we saw that particular match. It was only like a little bit earlier this year. Was it not? Yeah, it was earlier this year. It was for APAC Challengers 1. Oh, this could be bad for Axe. Doesn't know. Timing flick from Cruz, man. This guy just the leader, the commander, but also the space taker. Foxy from all the way through B. It's a couple of shots and has dwindled down to numbers of Alter Ego. They still haven't made their move just yet, but a Dern King has actually swept up. There's still a boost from Scary. It's another shot from Kush.
30 seconds
He's
left.
gotta have to plant the spike right here and now. Know that Cruz is somewhere on A main. He's gonna have to try to at least work something with like 7 bullets, but absolutely not. That Prowler just depleting the ammunition. And that's gonna be XERXIA striking fast and hard.
Well, that was an interesting Prowler. At least one of the players on A is oh my goodness. Why do people like this knife so much? I feel like it's...
Which one? The anchor?
It's very eye-catching. No. The anchor is fine. They'll be getting marked is fine.
The snow globe?
Yeah, that's interesting, but I feel like the candy cane is superior.
Angle.
And Axe has been pretty much splitting XERXIA here. He's been very impressive in his previous shots.
Yeah, he's been spraying the bodies.
No, I will not acknowledge that again. As Kush finds Scary again, a very similar duel that we saw on the first 2 rounds. As you mentioned, a man of very clean and even hygienic play. Very diligent. Fox, though, on the flank, finding Noxy. As Noxy may have given them an extra weapon to work with. But if they can't find any value off this Hunter's Fury, then they might as well exit. Oh, but they will track it down. Cruz gets Adrian King. Kush sets the blaze on top of the boys on XERXIA. And now we have Fox all alone versus 3 players. They will look to his direction as he's given it up. But swinging with full confidence still. Yet another mark. A second one for good measure. Swings out from main. He's fine. He's completely fine. Wait, where's Delby looking? He's still wondering if he hasn't exited that. I thought he heard the tap. At the very least, he gets the tap here, or the half. No, and it's still Axe continuing. He's been very proficient with the Vandal, but looks to have some tricky spam through this wall. But look at that. Even with a gravity well, they can't seem to find Delby and the rest of the boys. And Noxy making a great crab impression here. Hasn't scuttled left or right, but instead is holding this angle. Without Scary, a lot of vision blocking is not going to be available for XERXIA, so a lot of contact has to be made. Surf's already on it. The same idea. As most of the AE forces, they are just outside of A main, and Cruz might suffer the wrath of bad timing. No, instead he even gets a frag for himself.
Oh!
Boys and the Hunter's Fury. And Kush, well, that's the end of him for now. They even get the res up back on Cruz. I mean, that being said, right, when you have triple initiator, it means that you want to win the fight before the fight starts. There's just so much oppressive value with all that utility, and we're already seeing quite a bit of it as Axe has lathered himself in fragment shards. Not the best body scrub, could potentially be harmful. Azure finds Adrian King. The trades do come out, and a little bit of a jumping rabbit is Sushi Boy, but he gets cut down, he gets shot down. XERXIA has a very interesting position on the map here. They have pretty much all the left side of the map. And Delby, who was trying to assist and getting as much coverage as he could, was once again spotted and eliminated. There should be a handy a pistol round for XERXIA again. As Axe, he's wary of so many angles here, just so many things that could potentially snag him. Well, if there's a man for the job, it's Axe on Ascent. Very fitting, considering Ass Rise puns. See, he even giggles. He's like,
Cover going out.
Does have 2 smokes to supplement his push into the site. There's nowhere else that he'd rather go. And he actually puts the smoke right then and there. Cruz. Yeah, he's got to peek it. I mean, there's no other way, right?
As expected. But we do still see some of those stifled buys on both sides here. Surf's gonna be rocking that headhunter, but Delby, he finds Cruz. You see Surf, he's still trying to think if he wants to go for that wall back. But Delby's stuck here now. Maybe this is pulling a lot of attention, but XERXIA, they're making a complete mess out of this one. And AE, they're the ones that have been bleeding on the floor. Delby has still not found Sanctuary, and he swings twice, knowing that there's a tour de force. Could have potentially found a safety net when he swung out earlier, but no, it's not meant to be. 2v2. Noxie and Axlovia, they are fairly healthy, and I feel like the heal is gonna come up soon. No, we have almost 20 seconds on it. It's now Fox and Sushi Boys. They crawl their way towards A. And look how far apart AE is. This is gonna give at least a 10-second advantage on the side of XERXIA.
Ooh, he heard it. Yeah, he heard the drop. He's already looking at short. That is so crucial. The time of the peak. Ooh, oh, he gets it! That is absolutely perfect. Now he doesn't have to break the door here. Can't wait for Noxie. Actually got the heal first up again. And as that plummets down, super good timing for Alter Ego. Break the door as soon as the spike gets planted and start pressuring Foxy so he has no chance to actually get the reposition.
Not at all.
The in transition that they try to go into the site when Cruz is dropped down. Because first and foremost, Cruz is the flash player for XERXIA. So not having him available is actually going to make it very easy for Alter Ego to do things like that. As you saw a while ago, it turned into a firefight that they were very much willing to fight because there's no more blinds that came through from XERXIA right then and there. I'm not sure if it's going to matter for most of these rounds, but you saw at least that one specific round where it was very important for Cruz to have set up another flash, especially when they were coming through short. A-main was smoked off. They really had to go hard contact. But Alter Ego, they love to go for that kind of interaction.
Yeah, and we talked about this too. The one big problem KO does bring, although he does have quite a bit of suppression value. I'm not going to say that anti-flash is the easiest thing to play against, but knowing that they don't have a gap-closing duelist, they're all going to be funneling vision on one end. And Adrian King finds Fox, so that's going to be the top fragger on the side of XERXIA, eliminated from play. As they still try to work their magic with these pistols, and a shorty maybe, but the tour de force is here to make some money, and Kush is the unfortunate victim of the long-range menacing presence. Axe not having the greatest of times here, but Noxie is a turret, and he guns down enough players to make this doable. Adrian King and Delby, they make a mad dash towards B, both from different entry points, but the boys over at XERXIA, they've found some weapons, and they've found some vandals, and they look to bring malicious intent onto the field. The 0 point is going to suppress them just for a moment, but at the very least, Oh, it doesn't even catch him. It doesn't matter. Adrian King gets a wall bang. Cruz all alone in a 1v2. And now he rejoins his comrades as he returns to dust, returns to the soil.
You might think
advantage.
you might think that the blade was actually not good from a
Oh,
dirt.
my friend. Very, very limitless. They try a different approach here. The defaults, I feel like they're done with it. Now they go into A without hesitation, without asking. Shoot first. Questions later if they survive. Now, Kosh has a lineup. Who does it fall upon? Absolutely nobody. And that poor ant colony has been disintegrated into dust, to nothing, to ashes, reduced to atoms. Alter Ego. They spray it down, but still not finding anything. Delby with the aggression, but look at all of this Astra utility that's keeping them there. Cruz and the rest of XERXIA, they oblige. They absolutely decimate. And Sushi Boy is in a corner, but Surf still left alive here along with Fox. Delby in a clutch situation. Is he bored for it?
Oh!
The adjustment by the Spectre. And overtime, we expect
sides.
Aserai, Alter Ego, their offense, they want to turn the heat up all the way to 11. And this time, Surf is borrowing a page from Delby's book. But, oh, what is happening? Delby's like, you know what? I know how that works. I can play very well against it too. Now, the disadvantage, it goes in the way of XERXIA. Initiative for AE.
That just fell on the head for XERXIA. As you mentioned, Surf got the damage already. He saw the back of a Dern King and shot him in the back. Oh, my back. As the Dern King recoils in pain. But the trade from Alter Ego. That was already a cherry on top, the one kill. Or rather, that was a great equalizer. The cherry on top has got to be the one pop shot through the smoke. Maybe a little bit too, I wouldn't say greediness, but a little bit too far forward of want of map control from XERXIA.
Oh boy. Whatever predictions we make, whatever calls that we have to do, it's been increasingly difficult as the scrambles.
30 seconds left.
It equalizes. Sushi Boy is oh so reliable fighting Delby, who was the culprit in killing both of his teammates here. Surf and Scary, they're still making their way towards B. But A, it's a completely different story. They play super compact here. They know that the Sova isn't there. They know the 0 point's not going to find anything. And the Haunt might take a little bit of time. But the spam is coming through and the HP is leaving. This time around, it's Kosh fighting Surf. Noxy and Kosh, they both chime in.
Chamber can't.
What? I thought Chamber wasn't a Radiant. I thought he was also, I think he's also
a
like
normal human
I'm not
being?
entirely sure. Yeah, who knows, right? In any
knows,
case,
who
the
knows?
bullets don't choose. Radiant or not, if I hit you in the face, you is dead, according to the lore. But now we throw that aside as we see a lot of aggression towards mid. I think this is a double peek on the side of AE, but potentially poorly timed. Kush does get one, but Surf is on there for the trade. And the waves, they keep coming. The waves, they keep drowning AE. 2v3, but Delby again looks to be an offender, but he gets flashed. It doesn't matter. He closes one eye, but Scary is there. And what a mess again towards mid. Noxy might not like what he's gonna see after this. And XERXIA, like I said,
a glimpse of Surf and then saw that he didn't have the spike in hand because you saw the positioning, or maybe he's just looking to challenge Surf. Whether that is what was the case, still really good overall clutch coming out from the man himself. Delby making a lot of noise here and now, but nobody is supplementing Kush whatsoever. Dern King has gotten into the side and Axe as well as Burn. They're gonna have to at least recuperate the losses, which they have done. 3 versus 3, and that's okay. A misuse onto the slow orb, granted. Nice little one-way smoke for Noxy here. 2 on A main. Axe is on a solo mission, gets the heal. Again, this is still very much doable. Sees the head, but Surf, he's got the much more magnified scope. This smoke, does it give away the position of Axe, or is he still hidden? Is he still a big threat? A Dern, he's got the angle. He does have a nade in hand, but that is not going to be possible. Now Axe, one right on top of him. Foxy, very sneaky, sly even with the
For
positioning.
the lack of a better word, for the lack of a better description. But once again, are they gonna go for a heavy-handed A push is the question? No, they don't. They hesitate just a little bit. That recon bolt does get destroyed. So there's at least one player there, barring the one that was already haunted. Adrian King with a flash. Maybe to, once again, solicit a sound cue. Some sort of reaction. Nothing. Stoic. They stare each other in the eye. A quick draw, perhaps still waiting for that sun to set, or maybe for that hand to strike noon. But Aserai, my goodness, they've been avoiding each other so well.
Feels like they have the opposite reaction, and once they get too close to each other, kaboom. Fission, as it were. Well, we'll see how this works, right? Because the wall was already used to just plug up a certain portion of the site, and you saw Alter Ego actually 3-4 stack on A, and as the wall dissipates, it calls back Noxy, but he doesn't know yet. Repositions for a safer angle at their own side of the spawn, but he's gonna go challenge this. Where did that come from? Maybe he wanted to close the door or something, but something instigated Noxy to push out like that, and that is not gonna be good. Whether it's a mistake or not, this is the start for XERXIA to start pressuring Alter Ego even further. 15 seconds, but there's no one at the site to stop the plant. Maybe a shock dart in hand? No. Delby's gonna charge right in for a little bit more information. He's gotta start to get things happening. But as the King gets tagged, that wall is very thin, very bangable again by the rest of the XERXIA squad. 3 versus 3, but Delby is incredibly low here, Rap. The smokes to just cover a bit of the angles. Pushing teammates, now coming right in. They're trying to isolate. Good flash overall from Cruz, and this is not looking too hot for them, and that is going to be that. XERXIA,
The big old rifle, and wants to get down and dirty, then I feel like Raze would be an agent that would be perfect, but Noxy's the one to occupy yellow here. No information given on the side of XERXIA, but instead they make a very clandestine crawl. A stroll. Surf, his head gets spotted. Noxy, I like ya cut G, takes his head off, and that's gonna be first blood for Icebox.
Well, I mean, if Noxy's got that great hairstyle, why have anyone else try to counter it, right? That.
True.
All right, so, well, that being said, where is Kush actually placed? Why is he taking passive damage? Oh, he's in the smoke of Scary, as he tries to make sure that nobody's going to be pushing through in there. Noxy pops every single shot that he has, just to delay them even further. Foxy hits the shot against Noxy. It's the E's that are getting this. And XERXIA, 40 seconds. Do they abandon the charging onto B and just tuck tail and run to the A site? Looks like that's going to be... Nope. It's a double fake. They're going to go back around. But Alter Ego
30 seconds left.
isn't really going to bite the bait just yet. A little bit of noise made by Foxy here. He's trying to get a rile out of Alter Ego, and maybe it is working, but there still is a King waiting for the swing. He's going to try to go wrap around. That wall is a thick one, and it's going to provide enough cushion here, enough defense that it will push us into post-plant land.
Thick walls provide a lot of cover, and certified unbangable by Aserai, ladies and gents. As Adrian King, he makes his way out, and then he finds Cruz on the way as well. Even gets a double for Kush and Delb, but
Oh my
Sushi
God.
Boys! What is greater than 2? It's 3! As Axe, all alone, looks to be the splitting force, but Sushi Boys might need a more delicate blade. And that exactly is it! The Axe! That gets conquered, but XERXIA this time around, they don't mess about with their defaults. They go for a very aggressive A take here. The recon dart does find nothing for them as of the moment. Will zone out AE. They do throw their own slow orb, so at the very least, they reduce the chances of an early orb take, but does it really matter? It looks like XERXIA has already taken full control and has a vice grip over this A site.
Well, as I mentioned, if they save those crucial ultimates, they'll have it for this particular round, and it just supplements so much aggression. A King gonna have to charge right into the open space that is left for them. Noxy even mistaking his own teammate as an opponent, and that might have cost him a few precious moments here. Axe spotted on U-Box, and that's gonna be him done and dusted. Now they have 4 crucial ultimates to utilize to kind of help them supplement the fight. Ooh, I love the slow orb usage on that one. Forces back Noxy, but he is still quite deadly in this position. As you know, that Surf has taken a high ground position here, dropped right down, and he has not TP back out. Oh, wow. What a perfect use onto that cloud burst. Noxy, I think he's feeling the pressure a little bit here. He's putting himself in just positions where it's incredibly risky, but also could net them a kill that could be important. That being said, Cruz does have that resurrection, so if Noxy can't hit the shot and can get out, this could actually turn bad. Because again, Cruz can just revive anybody who gets knocked out, except for himself, of course.
That'd be interesting. One more way to put Phoenix out of commission, as we've not seen him in a good minute. But like you did mention, the confidence from XERXIA being tested right now as Adrian King tries to reclaim the kingdom, but the numbers, they still come. They still are on a march. And Undeath returning. The value, well, no, it's Kush to actually set. Maybe we'll see a different story once we see halftime. But that is a bridge we will cross momentarily. As Sushi Boys and the rest of XERXIA, they planted their feet and yet again a 2-1-2 default. Alter Ego, they do the same. A lot of patience. It's Noxy again, finding first contact here. And is he gonna see Sushi Boys as this jiggle just does not help him at all? Folding Noxy, getting him a very unlucky hand, and Sushi Boys already winning this round single-handedly for his team potentially. But Fox is like, yeah, but I can do that too. Now the last person alive is Kush, and a tall order in front of him. Could he be grasping at straws, grasping at air? All the angles have been covered, and Sir firing a shot before Kush could notice. And 3
Get
to
back
9.
into the nitty-gritty of it all, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, use of the KO Blade for that close contact just to make sure. Going to come in. Actually gets a good tag onto Cruz, and no one else is left onto the site. Ooh, that's a lot of them. Boys! That is so bad! Oh, that's a really big punish, and AE might be forced to just push right in. Cruz, though, out in the open, will back away. Knows that somebody is right on top of the site here. As the rest of XERXIA come into play.
Whoa.
Trades overall, but really good adjustment by
pretty somewhat even. Maybe just like a 5-kill difference from like 2 players, but that's about it. But maybe that's enough for XERXIA here, rather. Anyways, as the round does continue, Surf, well, he's waiting for some contact. He's trying to get a rile out of Alter Ego here. Has the very risky position, but he's all confidence right now. They can hear him jumping, by the way, so they're a little bit afraid, but if this blade hits...
Oh my lord!
That's what we call the fly swatter. Watch out.
I just can't help but writhe in pain. Oh my god. Oh, the humanity of getting denied your own Blade Storm. And XERXIA, how vile! As they absolutely annihilate Alter Ego here. Push was the last person alive.
And I will say once again, right, Delby has yet to use this showstopper, if I'm not mistaken. This thing has been collecting rust. Collecting rust in his back pocket, while Surf's operator has been a thing of absolute beauty. He will get flushed out here now. That's going to be a 4 versus 4. Cruz immediately with the wall. Gonna have to respect the positioning as of the moment, and there it is. Boom shakalaka. It actually finds Cruz and Delby. Now, as the dust settles, it's only Sushi Boys to remain. He's in the flank on the back, and they do not expect him to come in there. And Alter Ego, they're gonna go to the lower brackets as XERXIA still remain undefeated.